So John, you must be delighted that you're in a position to get the girls back training again. Can you just give us a brief update on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not something that's obviously happened overnight. We're probably talking the best part of 6 weeks where we've had to put a lot of health and safety. I mean, pre-season normally is quite a rigmarole in terms of getting players down, planning sessions, so to obviously then do risk assessments and obviously adhering to the COVID guidelines. It has been a challenge, but I think obviously you were down on Sunday as well. I think it's been well worth it when you see how happy the girls were to get back into it, and it was certainly worth the effort, no doubt about it. So we're absolutely delighted now that we seem to be in a bit of a routine that we can operate safely first and foremost, but obviously adding that quality that we want the girls to be obviously buying into.
And obviously we're sat in the stands now looking over the pitch. It's been kept in pristine condition. You must be delighted that the club have kept up to date with stuff like that.
It's been absolutely brilliant. I feel very privileged, if I'm being honest, to be manager of such a fantastic setup. I mean, yeah, like I said, we're in the stands now. The pitch looks like a carpet. Everywhere's been painted and decorated. The training ground's fully operational. We've got 2 new grass training pitches as well, which adds to the quality in terms of the training ground experience. And I think, again, we're very fortunate. This is all ours. We can represent it and do it proud. And a big massive thank you to the chairman, because obviously without them guys, Jim and Nick behind the scenes, we wouldn't have this, and we're very grateful for that. And I think what's been good is the new faces that we've had come down to training. They've seen that, and I've not had to really sell anything to them, and I think they've been pretty much impressed with it.
Obviously the ongoing COVID situation has been a massive downpour on training and getting things back to normal, but the girls have come back and they've honestly been buzzing to be back. That must be great as a manager to see the players are raring to go again.
I wouldn't expect any different, if I'm honest, Jack. I know they're very keen. I've been hounded about when they can come back training, and also as well, what's worth pointing out, given the COVID sort of guidelines, is the girls don't have to be here. It's a bit different really, where we sort of demand commitment, we demand attendance, but they don't have to be here with the health and safety guidelines and their jobs. But it was unanimous in that we put the letter out, we put the safety measures in place, and we had a very positive outturn. So to have 25 players report back already has been absolutely outstanding.
And you announced this evening that Annie Taylor will be the new club captain. Can you just give us an update on that?
Yeah, now obviously we reported the departures of Kat Clark and Pash at the beginning of pre-season, both great servants to the club, both great captains. I just feel there's 2 ways you can go with a captaincy. You can go down the sentimental route, but I felt with this appointment we needed a fresh set of eyes. With Annie, she's played in the Championship for Leicester, she's captained the club, she's a winner, she's won trophies. So I think what's really important going into a new season, I think like with managers sometimes you just need to freshen things up a little bit. Fresh set of eyes, as I've said. She's got no sort of allegiances in terms of who she knows, so she can really, it's like a blank canvas for her, she can really attack it. She's going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well, so it's not going to be just all the glory of wearing a captain's armband on a Sunday. She understands that there's going to be hard work behind that. Obviously being a self-financing club, we've got to raise funds during the year, so she's going to spearhead that with the girls and obviously the coaching staff and the committee. So no, I'm delighted, great appointment, and yeah, very comfortable one. It feels good. She played 2 games before the lockdown, and she very quickly demonstrated her leadership qualities and what she can give us.
You just mentioned at the end there, leads me on to my next question. She only played 2 games for the club. Do you see that as a risk, or is it just something you saw as soon as she came in?
I think in management you've got to make very decisive, sometimes quick decisions on what feels right. One thing I've sort of been very lucky, and I say that sort of touching wood, is that I'm very good with judging a character very quickly. I've never sort of judged somebody and then thought differently later on down the line. I get a good feeling for things quite quickly. She's come in and shown the club a lot of respect. That was the first thing I was looking for. She hasn't come down from the Championship sort of thinking, well, I'm only doing this for the short term, I'm better than this. She knows what we're trying to do, and she's completely bought into that. And I think really for me, the fact she wanted to commit to the club long term before anything was offered shows what type of player and person that she is, that she wanted to see what project we were doing. She wants to be very much part of that. So it just felt like the next logical step really, and that's, at the moment obviously you can't predict the future, but I just feel very good about it. I don't see any risk, and I think the girls will be very receptive to it, as like I said, with her background and experience, and also like I said, a fresh set of eyes for it.
In coming down to training, there is quite a number of few new faces. Are you in a position to give us an update on any new signings?
Well, as obviously people that know that work in the national division, we took a little bit of a risk, if I'm being honest, when we announced the 3 new players, Annie, Jordan and Shanae. because obviously until they put pen to paper, other clubs might look at that and think, well, actually it's not a done deal. But I'd like to think there's a bit of ethics involved, that when you see that, people don't tend to sort of try and railroad that. And so obviously they've committed to the club. We are hopefully going to be in a position to add at least 3 more bodies, which I'm very, very excited about. I think it's going to be a bit of a game changer for us, really, actually, the 3 that we're going to be announcing. Again, players with high league experience, not just in the Premier League, we're talking Championship level as well. So, like I said, hopefully early next week. Obviously, you'll be the first to know, Jack, so we can get them announced next week. We're going to be carrying a squad of 21 players. At the moment, we've got about sort of 15, 16 that are confirmed with the new signings. So yeah, we're very excited about that, and we're very much looking forward to it.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Thank you.